So thanks everyone for jumping in. If you're watching the recording, good to have you here as well. Obviously, this is the 40K to 400K formula workshop. You might have come through an ad or just checking out a recording, but this is all to do with how to grow a Shopify store profitably. And we're going to go through a lot of strategy that we use at the moment. So just go ahead, Paul, click through. Just a couple of things I want to go through quickly, just to get the most out of this for everyone. Try and just put away probably the next 45 to 60 minutes and remove as many distractions as possible. I think we mainly have all of our cameras on here, which is awesome. And just make sure that you know how to use the chat function below. I think most people here have been here before anyway, so you know how it works. Go ahead, Paul. So, oh yeah, also if you can go in the post quickly, guys, anyone who's here, if you can go to the Shopify Australia group and just comment anything, it's just going to help us bump the algorithm in the group to get this viewed by more people. That help us out a lot, guys. And we always give stuff away, so if you just help us out there, we'll give you some of our free courses that you can kind of grab after this.
If you use Insta or you're a social butterfly on social media, feel free to take a photo of what's happening now or a video and be like, hey, I'm doing this workshop. Go and tag us in that post on Insta, on TikTok, on wherever you're on X,
Or if you're watching on YouTube,
yeah.
drop a comment. I want to start getting comments on YouTube. We're getting some decent views, but let's start commenting.
Yeah. Oh, same again. So for the YouTube audience, like if you watch this thing on YouTube, feel free to go, hey, I'm watching this thing on YouTube as a replay. And then go and tag us, and I will randomly give away prizes to people every month. So it could be $100, could be $1,000, could be much more. So
cool. So a couple of goals we want to get through today, guys. So the things that we focus on is firstly, how we can convert more browsers into buyers. This is all about conversion rate optimization on your website. So just for every 100 people we get to the website, how many actually turn into customers, for example? We're trying to bump that number as much as possible, which kind of goes over to the next thing. It's going to help us to nail our paid ads. A lot of people have engaged people for marketing help, or maybe they run their own ads and you've struggled to get a good profitable return on your ad spend. And we're going to help you to really nail that too, which also goes back into conversion rate, because the higher conversion rate, the more conversions you're going to get for the same amount of ad spend. And lastly is how to create a pathway to profit in your business. And by that, I mean how to actually do a 90, 180, 270, 360 day plan on how to attack the growth of your business. So it doesn't feel like you're juggling plates and doing 1,000 things at once. You're kind of nailing everything in a process that works and is repeatable. Go ahead. So quick questions that we usually get. We just want to cover that quickly. So breaks down to 3 usually. Will this work for me in my niche? Guys, if you're doing eComm at all, this is going to work for you. We deal with, I actually don't know how many niches at this point that we help people with, but just about everything, as long as it's not a taboo product that is hard to advertise, we most likely can help you there. Is it going to work at your size? The same, guys, the same things that we teach for people who are just beginning, if you are in that starting phase, it's the same things we do for businesses who are already doing 50 or 100K per month that want to scale. It's just that we do it at different capacities. So yes, the stuff we're going to go through today is going to be relevant for you no matter what size you're at. And lastly, is it relevant and will it work now? Everything we go through today is stuff that we are doing day to day. We're teaching it to our people. We're doing it for our own e-commerce businesses, and it's just providing results every single day. So it is relevant. And we really want to help you guys if you are any 3 of these people here. So 1, you're passionate about the product that you're selling in the business that you're running. You kind of wake up every day and you really, it means a big deal for you to get this business going, whether it means that you're an authority and you are really into the thing that you sell, or you're just really into business and you're excited by excelling in that. Those are the kind of people that we want to help. Secondly is you may in this journey feel like you're a little bit overwhelmed. There's a lot of things that come into e-commerce, a lot of different areas. And we really want to help someone like you, if that is you, to kind of overcome that overwhelm by figuring out what are the step-by-step processes that you need to take to make this feel a lot more doable. And lastly is, obviously we're all in here in business for one reason, that's to build a profitable business that will allow us to actually take home an income every single month. We don't want to just be paying the ATO and paying our employees everything, and then we don't actually have anything to give to ourselves. So that's really important to us that we make sure we're helping you make more money. Go ahead.
Cool. I'll jump into this. So quickly, why you should listen to me. So I've been in the e-com space now since I was 17. Everything I teach is stuff that I'm using for our clients that are actually in the e-com circle at the moment. I built Warcom and sold it in 2014, and now I run an agency called Insightful and e-com coaching community. So everything that I kind of teach now, just don't mind me, once I get comfortable, is the same stuff that I've been using for a very long time. So I'd like to think that I've done pretty well in working out how to build really good teams, work with freelancers, work with agencies, and I've probably sold just about everything you could probably think of. So there was a funny post in the Shopify group the other day about what's the weirdest thing that you've ever sold. Someone said that he sold like spell crystals or something online, and before you got your order, like someone did some like wizardry on it. Another guy sold adult toys. I'm like, yeah, at one point I owned an adult toy store, and then I owned another store, and then I owned this other thing, and I sold this thing on weird online, and I helped this other guy sell this strange product. And I've obviously sold millions of different types of normal products as well, but I've sold everything basically. Something that's super important to me is that these days, as a dad, I've got two kids. I got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they're the world to me. I like to help people build brands that support providing for our families and giving them a better lifestyle, because the last thing that I want to do is teach people how to build very complex businesses that take 70 or 80 hours of your life away a week. You don't see your kids, you don't make money, your money goes to the ATO, your money goes to employees, you keep nothing. Like, what's the point, right? So something I'm really, really passionate about. Hence, I've got the e-commerce circle at the moment that I co-founded with my business partner Chris McLean, and we've got nearly 180 people or something in there now, and amazing community, and we're always more people are joining all the time. So again, the funny thing is that the stuff that I'm going to be teaching you guys tonight is the same stuff that I've used for a very, very, very long time, and it's the same stuff that I'm teaching all of our inner circle clients at the moment, and also all of our connect clients and our community clients. So we'll talk more about the 3 programs that we've got as we go through this. Just quickly, this is the amazing Chris and Sarah from Toy Box Tales. You can kind of see the revenue number that they did there. We probably need to update this slide with some new revenue numbers. Met them when they just acquired the business, helped them build teams, helped them build systems, helped them build a website. The 400 other things that they needed assistance with, and now they're crushing it. They've not long ago moved from a little store that they had down in Hampton, Victoria, on the shopping strip there, to the Click Collective building in Moorabbin, and it's about 20 times bigger. So also, like I said, amazing people that have built a great business, and they sell good products, and they're going from strength to strength. This is Narelle and Landon. Again, met them when they were doing very small numbers, and everything was a bit chaotic and a bit of a mess. Turned it all around. They've now got a multi-million-dollar business. They actually live in a bus. So they're nomads. They run an off-grid business, and they teach other people how to live off-grid as well. So if you've ever thought about escaping corporate life and going and living in a bus or a caravan or in the middle of the bush, and the sun powers everything, these are you guys. Like, it's probably not a bad idea given what's going on in the world at the moment. So now, couple of things, our unhidden agenda, which is really not that unhidden. However, we do this because I'm looking for our next client success stories. So Chris is going to drop a link to our reviews page of everyone who's in our eComm circle. At the moment, we've got tons of reviews. I'm looking for more people like these guys that we work with and come along and they go, hey, like, you guys are amazing and we're making more money. We've got a great business and we're stoked. So that's why we do this, right? Second thing is we're teach and do guys. I teach what I do and I do what I teach. So I don't teach stuff that worked years ago, or it's a fad, or it doesn't work anymore, or it's some rubbishy thing that, like, is going to stop working tomorrow. Third is, honestly, my mission is to help as many people as possible build really good ecom brands. I work with a lot of people at the moment, and when I say people, men and women, I work with a bunch of guys who still have jobs and they run ecom brands, and they do 300 grand a month in their ecom business. They're pulling out 40K profit, and they still got a job because the business runs so well, right? So again, like, very possible for all of you guys. Excuse me. So this thing will go for about an hour. At the end of the workshop, I'm going to have a couple offers that I will share with you as to how you can work with us if you'd like to moving forward. Again, so for those of you that watch this on TikTok or watch this on YouTube or wherever you're going to watch this later, you'll know what to do by the end of the session anyway. But watch it, learn, you'll get a lot of good stuff. I do like to ask permission. Obviously, it's not as important for the YouTube crowd, but for you guys that are here, if it's cool, at the end of the workshop, I'm going to share some good offers for you. If that's cool, just chuck a yes in the chat box. The last thing I want you to do is sit here and then get to the end and go, hey, like, I didn't know you were going to try and sell me something. I promise I'm going to try and sell you some stuff that's actually going to help you. So if that's a yes, chuck a yes in there. If that's a no, then maybe leave, but we'll keep moving. So quick question. Obviously, this is also chuck the answer into the chat box for me. So, where you guys are at in your journey at the moment. If you're a startup, if you're a setup, if you're a grow up, if you're a scale up, whatever it is, chuck it in here at the moment. So it's just so I can get a bit of a feel for everything. I know most of you already, so that's all good. I'll skip this one. Here's some more client results that we like to share. Again, is this luck? Is this magic? Is this a system? Yes, it's a system. Very repeatable system at this point that we use for all the brands we work with. It's funny. I was talking to my mum the other day, and I haven't even said this to Chris yet. But she goes, "You got a few clients that get pretty lucky, and they do really well, and like they're obviously making good money now." Like, Mum's not. It's not luck. They work their ass off, and they follow the instructions, and they listen, and they do what we told them to do, and now they have really good businesses. And it's the same reason I'm successful. I've got a system and a process and a way I do things. I can assure you, it's not luck and it's not magic, right? But it's taken me a long time to figure it out. So I know now the things that I figured out, I tell our clients is what you should do. So now we'll get into the fun bit of this, and I'm going to power through this. Like if there's more people, I'd go a bit deeper. But there is three main parts to what I like to call my more orders model, right? So I'm going to let you guys have a guess, and I'm going to exclude Ivan, who's seen this before, and Justin, who's seen this before. But have a guess what you think the three main parts of the more orders model might be. Now, I'll just give you a bit more of an explanation. So these are absolutely critical that you should be getting right before you go and do anything else inside your ecom business. So given that it's Angeline and it's Logan that haven't been here one of these before, what do you guys think it is? Let's have a guess. Chuck, you feel free to come off mute if you like, and you can all have one guess each of something, and we'll see how we go. No bad answers. Or I mean, there could be, but let's have a crack. What do you reckon, Logan?
I'm thinking like a good landing page, like a good website, I think landing page, I'll go with that.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, cool. That's close. Angeline, no webcam. I'm looking at your ceiling or something, but all good. Let's guess. Have a guess.
There we go. I'm there.
There we go. Hey.
Hi. I'm in my shop, so I've been pottering around doing stuff while I've been listening to. Now I've sat down.
Okay.
I reckon good SEO.
No. Oh, no, not that comes later.
But yeah.
It's part of it, but yeah, it's like later. Yeah. The last thing you want to do is SEO before you fix these things. Absolutely not. All right. Melissa, you've been to a few. Do you know the answer to one of these? I hope so.
No, I've forgotten now.
All right. We're gonna get. All right. I'll just
A
jump
website
into it.
that converts.
There you go. Yeah, cool. So here we go. The three things. Number one, yes, you want to have a store that converts. Last thing you want to do, send lots and lots and lots of people to your website, and they leave or they bounce or they don't buy anything. And that's because you haven't built what I call a high converting website that is actually built to convert. And when I say a high converting website, I'm talking about things such as you got a homepage, you got a product page, you got a collection page, you got a cart page. There's hundreds of elements, right, that should be on all of those pages that enable it to convert better. Someone goes to your product page, there should be reviews, there should be social proof, there should be shipping information. There should be this much more stuff on that page that helps it convert. Really, really important, So coming back to the SEO thing, right? So say, for example, you do rank from an SEO thing, like some kind of magic happens and you do rank and you send all this traffic to a page and a site that's not built to convert, they're going to leave. You wasted all that money on SEO for no reason, right? Second to that, you want to have a story that connects. So people go to your website, they start reading all the words that are on your website. They read your titles, they read your H2, your H1, your H2, all your descriptions, and they start going, yeah, great. Like I really resonate with this brand. And because I like what I hear, and I'm on the site and the site is obviously built to convert, I'm going to buy stuff, right? But the last thing you want to happen is, oh, I missed her. Sorry, one of my sons just got home. That is working. Nice hat though. All right. Thanks. You good? Oh, hang on. We've got an interruption. Wait, what's going on with your hat, man? Check out this thing. I think it's Easter hat parade today. There you go.
Oh, I thought it was Woody.
Oh, it's Woody. All right. Can you go with me? That is working. Thank you. It's Uncle Chris. He's got glasses on. Bit weird, isn't it?
Hey, buddy.
This little Chris. It is. This is working from home with kids. Thanks, man. Hang on. I'll close the door so I don't get interrupted again. Thanks, dude. There you go. Oh, I thought I locked the door. Oh, well, there you go. So, yes, you want to have a story that connects, right? Now, and the last thing, you want to have a digital strategy that actually works. No use going out there and spraying and praying and going, hey, I'm going to do meta ads and Google ads and SEO and all the stuff. and not having a proper digital strategy because it's pointless. You're just wasting your money. So I like to give the analogy that I assume that some people on this call would have a partner. Whether you're married, whether you're got a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever you've got, at some point you went out and you were dating and you're trying to find, you know, the one, right? And people who have done this successfully have done this successfully largely for a reason. They've done it, they've gone out there, they told a good story. You know, they're like, hey, when we get together, I want to have 3 kids and 9 cats and a dog and a double-story house and blah, 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 blah. And do you want to be part of that? And they go, yeah, I do. You go, okay, great. You know, you didn't go out there and tell a terrible story. You're like, hey, my life goal was to be on Centrelink and live in the caravan park and probably wouldn't convert that great, you know. And when you did that, you went out there, you dressed nice, right? You know, maybe you wore a suit, maybe you got your hair cut, maybe you did whatever. You didn't go out there in Crocs, tracky pants, holding a beer, or maybe some of you did, who knows? But like, again, you dress better, you convert better. So I use those 2 examples because a website in terms of conversion should look good, simple, right? And it should have all the elements built to convert, and it should sound good. If you don't have both of those things, you know, it's not going to convert, and you're not going to find the one that you're looking for, right? So what we'll do, we'll actually go and have a look at, we might start with you, Logan. We're going to actually like get into your site and have a look at your brand message. And then we're going to have a look at your, how your site is built to convert and like get into it. So before we do that though, give us the background on the business for those of you that didn't hear it before. How long have you been going? You know, what kind of numbers are you doing at the moment? Like, tell me the story about this thing.
Cool. Yeah, so we're a pretty new startup. I think he's been going just over maybe around 2 years, but it was more just like a hobby for him, you know. He had this brand and he found someone to make the gloves and he would kind of sell them. But yeah, only recently he started getting online and he wasn't really a techie guy. And that's when he kind of reached out to me. We played in the same sports team. So and he saw I did marketing and I said I could help him. So yeah, it's been a bit of a project for me on the side, just to build him a website was the first thing. And now we're just gonna, once that's completed, our goal is to start running some marketing campaigns and actually try to turn this into a business that can, you know, be profitable and hopefully grow over the next couple of years. So yeah, still reasonably new.
Yeah.
I'm still learning more about it. I think, yeah, the brand, like the story of the brand, I think that's probably our weakest area. But yeah, I'm here looking forward to hearing your guys' thoughts on that.
Yeah. So who's your audience? Obviously people who need goalkeeping gloves, but like, who is your real audience? Is it, what level are they in the game? Are they're pros? Are they in the middle? Are they newbies? Are they people that want to spend a lot of money and get the best of the best? Or is it like they want to buy bottom of the barrel? Or like, where do they sit?
Yeah. So
Is
yeah,
it kids?
our primary focus is, yeah, New Zealand, and we're starting to branch out now to Australia. But yeah, it's more on the affordable side. He's able to get reasonably good price gloves, and as his main value proposition was, yeah, offering an affordable alternative that still has good quality and good durability that can compete with at a better price point.
Got it. Okay. So at the moment, premium golf gloves for New Zealand and Oz, trusted by keepers of all ages and skills, I don't think it's very strong. Like, I would be going more along the line of, you know, like elite level goalkeeping gloves, you know, that don't cost a fortune. Because what you're trying to illustrate here is within a super simple level, like one liner of text, and this is complicated as when you read it and go, hey, like we sell like an elite product, but we sell it, it's cheap. You know what I mean? So people instantly go, yes, yes. Because what you want people to do as they start going through your website, you want as many yeses as possible throughout the entire site, right? So for example, again, we just changed this, you know, elite level goalkeeper gloves that don't cost a fortune. You go, yes, great. So premium, similar kind of thing, you know, New Zealand and Oz, no one cares about that. But it's a trigger when you go, it doesn't cost a fortune. People go, oh, that sounds good, you know. And then we start going into like a supportive H2 text. So you're missing that at the moment. Like this is probably a H1, and H1 means heading one. Let me just check something. No, you're not. So you need to change that H2 to H1, and then you need a H2. So a H2 is just another piece of text under this text. So the purpose is A, they read that, and then they read the next thing. Now, the next thing should probably say something like, And you do have this bit, which is nice, trusted by keepers of all ages, built tough, price fair, ship fast across Australia and New Zealand. So they go, yeah, great. I'm in New Zealand. I want it fast. I'm ready to go. Blah, 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 blah. Right. So some little tweaks there. I mean, there's a lot more we can do around that to make that better. But you're working with this space here largely, right? So if I just like for an exercise, I'll just go, you know, oh, actually, I went to that. I'll try and draw on my screen where it is. So for people that watch this later, this is called like the fold on the website, right? So once people start scrolling down below this, the page starts to fold. So you're largely working with that area. If you don't hook them and convince them to buy something by here, they're not going to scroll down and read everything else, like optimal grip performance, It's too far down the page. You know, if this is too far down the page, there's probably other stuff that is too far down the page. So because what I would also recommend from a conversion perspective is you're probably going to want to have a box that goes like this. And there's a box here, and there's a box here, and there's one there, and there's one there. And talk to me about the really, really good qualities of the product. Like, is it handmade? Is it like what would, like, give me 4 or 5 sentences for your product that people will, if you said to me in person, and I go, oh, yes, yes, yes. You know, like, is there a famous soccer player who uses this? Is there a famous soccer team who uses this? Have you sold 1,000 of them? Have you, like, give me some information about that. Any ideas?
Yeah, no, I like those ones just to show more proof and trust to consumers. So yeah, we could just start talking about the qualities or how they compare. We've got a few clubs, especially around in New Zealand, that use them, and like focus on just buying those gloves as well, like agreements, I guess you could say. So yeah, I like it. We've definitely got a decent amount of sales. I mean, we're still relatively small, like quite small, but I could easily chuck in there, how many sales we've got or how many goalkeepers like trust this brand and stuff like that. Would you agree?
Yeah, so I would do something as simple as, hey, 100 plus 5-star reviews, bang, and I'm just looking at my other screen because I've got a system that I use to do this quickly. When we do this slowly, it takes us a lot longer. However, something over here, like fast shipping from Australia and New Zealand, no wait times. You go, fantastic, designed by goalkeepers for goalkeepers, what else did I have over here?
I would
Pro
have
quality
like
gloves.
a trusted by X, but like local leagues, not because our target aren't professionals. Our targets are local league people.
So just give me a second. I'm going to come up with 3 more, but you can see where I'm going with this now. So I got a H1 and I got a H2. So psychologically, people come through your website and they go, yes, 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 yes. And because they've started framing how they're thinking about your stuff from a yes perspective, now as they start to move down the website and they go here and it goes, hey, shop best sellers. You've got this option, this option, this option, this option. They're just going to go bang, add it to the cart. I mean, they're obviously not going to go bang and add it to the cart from here because you don't have an add to cart button, which is a massive conversion problem, but there should be an add to cart button, So, and then you go, hey, best sellers, new arrivals, like people talking about the product, video of the product. So, I mean, there's a lot wrong with the homepage at the moment, but you can kind of see where we're trying to turn it around and go, hey, from a conversion perspective and from a brand messaging perspective, that messaging is becoming more convincing. All right. So that's really what's missing. So I mean, I wouldn't be running ads or anything to this page at the moment because there's a lot missing on the homepage. Now, if we go a bit deeper and we probably look a bit from a conversion perspective on here, so you should have photos of people using the product, like whoever your ideal client is, right? Have them in the image, So if it's people like Chris that probably play soccer at a certain level when he can see, you go, great, put him in there, put kids, put girls, put whatever. Heaps of other things kind of missing on here. Again, you're missing social proof. Like you go, hey, 100 plus 5-star reviews, 50 plus 5-star reviews, blah, blah, blah. The way that you scroll through images is kind of broken here. No information about shipping, no information about delivery, There's another thing that's definitely missing in here that I call metafield benefits. So metafield benefits in here would be like a line of text, much like the line of text on the homepage, like ships in stock, ships today. Hang on, I'll do this. in stock, ships today, try it for 90 days. If you don't love it, return it. Like whatever the things that come through from a brand messaging perspective that are most important to that people think about the most when buying this product, you put them in here. So again, as someone scrolls through and they go, oh shit, heaps of reviews. Product name, Elite, Astro Elite. You should say goalkeeping gloves because it's missing that. It's never going to rank for anything because it doesn't say anything. Go, yes, 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 yes. Come down here, shipping information, delivery information, product information, and then I come through here and I go, cool, add the cart, right? So again, what's the conversion issues here? Add the cart, and you're using the Dawn theme or something. By the looks of it, I reckon it is Dawn or Impulse or Turbo or something. One of those, probably.
I think it's called Ride, but yeah, I
Okay,
just
yeah.
picked it. Yeah. Is
Yeah,
the theme
just-
very important or?
What do you reckon? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. This is all those themes that I mentioned terrible. Chuck them, get rid of them. So, because what should be happening here, your cart should be opening up properly, and it's not working properly at all. Side cart. So good theme, side cart pops out, and then when it pops out, you've got other options to add other things in there. It's got announcements in there, or it's got like, hey, you want to buy this, upsells, downsell, cross sells, everything. So the way this is working at the moment, it's going to convert terribly. So this is a theme issue that you probably can't fix with this particular theme. So when I talk about there's something we'll sell you at the end of it, we've got a high converting theme and it handles all this stuff for you. You just come along, you go quick, apply, copy, paste, set it up, done. You're ready to go. Easy. If we backtrack a bit, what I'm going to do now, I'll try and map out. If I was you, this is what I would do from a fixing perspective. So I'm going to bring my tablet into this and draw. Chris, you got any comments? Jump in, obviously, as we're.
If you want to go back to the home page, I think maybe we're going a little fast there. We could just slow down some feedback.
Well, it's recorded. We can watch the recording.
Yeah. No worries. Do you just does that kind of like make sense? What Paul was going through, like the elements that's missing to. Well, one of the biggest things for anyone who kind of gets into the e-commerce space is it's really they're just in the space of like, sell. Here's my product. It'll find the right person, and people will buy it. But the truth is, like, as a small Aussie business, we're not like you can't compete with Rebel Sport. They already have the brand. People will go there just to buy. For a small Aussie brand, you got to connect with them and really kind of target your niche specifically in a way that Rebel Sport won't be able to because they're trying to target everybody. And then that's going to help you really nail that messaging and connect with an audience there. And then that's what's going to make them buy. They're gonna when you buy from a small Aussie brand, you're really buying from people and the messaging. The product, as long as it's quality, is kind of almost second nature at that point.
All right, cool. Everyone can see my screen here. So if I was you over the next like 90 days or 180 days, these are the things that I would be focusing on fixing. So number one, and as you can see, this is called the fast path plan because it's the fast path plan to fixing things quickly. You absolutely have to nail the brand strategy, right? And the brand strategy is your brand messaging strategy because you're in such a product that's so flooded and so competitive and so busy. Well, you have to go, hey, when I have like a moment to talk about my brand to people, and when I say a moment, it's like you've got a buddy 10 seconds or 3 seconds. I need one line of text that I can absolutely say and nail. And then I need a supporting line of text that I can absolutely say and then I can nail. And then there's like the 4 or 5 other things again that I can nail. And then with brand strategy as well, and there's a reason when we do this, it takes like, a good 4 hours for someone to do this properly. You end up with a really good brand story that you can tell in all of your ads and all of your social posts and all of your email and everything, right? Like it's super, super critical. I'm going to draw this here first, and then I'm actually going to jump back on my computer and show everyone what a brand strategy process looks like because it's so important. Now, the next thing, again, doesn't take that long to do this. I'm just chucking in a 90-day for you, but you want a website that is built to convert. So every website out there, should have, there's probably about 100 things, 200 things that should be on a homepage, product page, collection page, car page, like I said. And if people don't have those things on the pages, then the site is never going to convert as good as it can. Why this is such a big problem is, like Chris alluded to at the start of the chat, if you get 100 people come to your website and 1% convert, you get a 1% conversion rate. If 6% of people convert, you got a 6% conversion rate, right? Now, as you scale this up, right, let's assume that you spend $10 and you get a 1% conversion rate, you go, great, I spent $10 and they converted 1%, you go, great. And that person purchased something for $100. You go, fantastic. Spent $10, made $100. If you have a 6% conversion rate, you go, cool, well, 6% converted and they all purchased something for $100. I've now made $600 for the $10 that I spent. So game changer. So for brands that are doing 5 figures a month, 6 figures a month, $1 million a month, like, I work with brands that are doing $2, $3, $4 million a week, right? And they go double your conversion rate and spend the same amount of money, but you're now doing like 2 million a week instead of 1 million a week just by fixing your conversion rate. Same stuff applies for the little guys, but for it gets pretty spicy as you get bigger, right? So really, really important. Now, it's the same with brand message. These two like sit together like, like buddy, husband and wife, right? They got to be both jamming for it to work. If you don't have a good brand message and if you don't have a good website that converts, do not go and do anything else unless you're bored and you just want to go figure out how to do meta ads and Google ads and SEO and all the other crap. Like, it's not the order that you do this. So you fix this, you nail this. Then off the back of that, for a brand like yours, I'd be going straight to meta ads and building out a meta ads campaign and going, cool. Like, now I'm sending people to a website that says the right thing. It's built to convert. And because I've done a brand messaging strategy, I know what to say in my ads. And if I don't want to do ads myself, I can give it to content creators and I can go, hey, like, soccer player, like, I need you to say this thing, then this thing, then this thing, then add your personality into it and go to our website. It's going to convert way better, right? This is making sense so far, Logan? All good with how I'm delivering it too, like straight to the point. You're all good?
Yeah, no, this is
cool.
great.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
So same thing again, you go, cool, we've nailed that. Now let's go and replicate this via email. So when we send emails out, we say the same thing, right? Same thing with Google Ads. Google Ads is different. People are going to go straight to Google and go, hey, golf-keeping glove. I keep saying golf-keeping. I want to say goal-keeping gloves, right? So at some point, I don't know whether Google Ads would be great for you because I reckon you're just going to get destroyed by like the monster brands. That's why meta ads has to crush. And that's also why content creation has to crush, so like taking your brand messaging stuff, getting videos done for TikTok, getting videos done for Insta, getting like videos everywhere. This is how you grow this thing, right? So put that in there. TikTok, whatever. And then honestly, these are the things you focus on. I probably wouldn't even spend too much time on SEO. Like, again, like, you'll put a lot of time in and you'll get destroyed by the 4,000 other people that have spent way more money than you can ever spend to do this. This is a video play and it's a content play and it's an offline play, right? Once you figure out your space in the market. So if I was you, I'd be like, this is what I'd be doing to grow this brand. Nail that, do this, easy. Make sense? Now I want to just quickly go back to the brand messaging stuff because it's super important and I don't want to understate how complicated it is to do it properly. Google Drive, brand, where is it? Whilst I search for my Google Doc, there we go, this will do. So as I mentioned, when anyone joins like our inner circle program, first thing they do this. So we go, hey, why are you doing what you're doing? Why did you start this business? Right. Then we go, what are your personal values? Right. What are your brand values? What are the beliefs that this brand has? Your brand belief might be all the other gloves on the market are crap. So we started this brand because ours are way better because they do this thing, or we think that people get ripped off, or we think that people like it's just whatever they are, right? So we go through all of this. Then we start to go, hey, what's the voice of the brand sound like? Does it sound like some really elitist soccer player that is a bit of a knob, blah, blah, or does it sound like someone that plays for a local team that's still quite prestigious and he's a nice guy, and he's likable and da 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 da. And then what's the personality of the brand and what's the persona of the brand? So you go, hey, it's Chris, he's 33, probably makes about 150K a year. He's a mad soccer supporter and he's a soccer dad as well. And he hangs out online in these locations. So the reason we're doing all this is because as we go through the rest of all of these tabs that you can see down here, we start to go, hey, when we do an ad, we say the things that are in this tab, and I won't show you what they are, and we take the customer on this journey, right? And this is what our competitors are doing. And this is how we position our brand. And this is the benefits of our brand. And it starts to become very clear, and we go, great, makes a lot of sense now. All right, why I would buy from you versus everybody else, And at a very simplistic point of view, we get to this last page and we go, hey, here's your H1 on your homepage. Here's your H2 on your homepage. Here is the positioning statements on your homepage. So this is just for the homepage stuff, right? So again, can't stress this enough. This is like super, super, super important that every brand does this properly. Until you do this properly, don't do anything else. Make sense, everybody? All right, we'll pick. I hope that's been good. We'll pick someone else now, and we'll do it for another brand if you want. Anyone else, Chris? We'll do it for Adjoins, right? I feel like you've been here before, Adjoin. Have I met you before?
Yeah, ages ago.
Ages ago. I remember, yeah. Chuck you a link in the chat. Have you fixed these things since ages ago?
Oh, who knows? Probably not, because I keep fiddling around and mucking around with it, and I'm just going, oh God, I got. Anyway, it's angelfish dragonfly. Hang on.
Fish dragonfly. Making memories.
Yep.
Right. Let's have a look. Whoa. All right. Nice logo, navigation. Trust signals probably in the wrong location. So where's the brand message that says I do this thing?
Probably down the bottom.
Okay, step into our beautiful kids boutique filled with the most gorgeous kids outfits, toys. Okay. What's the experience like when I walk into your boutique? How does it feel?
High end.
Okay.
Everyone says it's beautiful, it's pretty.
I'm just going to let you sit here for a second and do that, and then I'll jump in. Tell me more.
See, this is where I'm just really stuck. I'm like tired, I'm worn out. I had to move my shop last year. So I spent 4 years, oh God, it feels like 4 years, 4 months designing the space to go into, because the 2 restaurants either side of me wanted my space for kitchen space. So they made an arrangement to move me. It was not meant to cost me anything. It ended up costing me for some furniture and fittings.
Yeah.
And then we've just had what I feel like to me is a downturn in trade since we moved. And so I feel like I'm barely treading water at the moment. So I'm only just joined your the monthly program thing there the other night,
Okay.
because I just
cool.
I'm stuck. I need some help, and I thought now it's time to focus on the website. Now that I've got my shop there's nothing much else I can do with the shop apart from
Right. So a few things, right? So I'll try and lift this up for you as well. It's never good to hear people having a hard time, and a lot of people are having a hard time. Sorry to, that you're going through that. Good news is though, very fixable, right? So from an e-commerce perspective, you just simply need to build this website in our high converting framework. Whether you do it, whether we do it, easy. We'll figure out how to help you do that. When I talk about that, you're basically in the same business, kind of, but different to these guys, right? So, but when I land on their website, I go, hey, there's their H1 tag. It's plain day to see. I see it instantly. There's their H2 tag. Here's their trust icons. Here is their other stuff. It's a beautiful website. It represents their beautiful products. Yours is exactly the same. So it's literally a case of make it similar to this, because you sell very different products anyway. And then we need to work on and go, hey, what's your H1 and what's your H2, right? And I'll give you this for free, but H1, for example, could be, hey, the most beautiful baby and kids boutique in Townsville. So as soon as I land on your website and the H1 says the most beautiful baby and kids boutique in Townsville, people go, sounds nice, sounds lovely. And then it says, and then your H2 here, and again, at some point, get us to just fix all this for you. H2, from handmade gifts to everyday magic. Shop clothing, toys, accessories with fast same-day shipping. Everyone goes, yes, that also sounds good, you know. But then we go down a bit further, and hang on, I'll do this. I'm doing this on the fly. Like when Chris does this, and Chris, like my business partner, goes through this whole process for everybody, it's way better again. Do you know what I mean? Like he did this, and he does all the brand strategies for everybody. However, I'm just giving you some like shortcuts here. Now give me the, what am I calling this thing here? So, positioning statement. Try not to put Chris out of a job here. He'll come back tomorrow and be like, you give it away for free. I'm like, Angeline's nice. You just needed a hand. So let's go down here. But you can hear already like that thing there and that thing there sounds way better, you know. And then something as simple like down here, again, you need it because you don't have any message. But something like for families who cherish meaningful moments, Angelfish Dragonfly is a beautiful baby and children's boutique in Townsville, offering thoughtfully selected clothing, toys, and gifts, handcrafted with care, delivered with love. So every purchase creates joy, connection, and lasting memories. I did that in 2 seconds, but it already sounds better. So we reposition all of that, and then we come along to your website and we make this and we make that, and we go, hey, you either go shop by best-selling collections, or you go shop by age, or you go, you know, that's super easy. We change it as is, and we go, hey, new products, best sellers, shop by brand, you know, meet Angeline and the family and the staff and the team and you go, done. Homepage finished. Like, I know it sounds simple. It's not that simple. It takes us 80 hours to build a website for someone. But you can see how easy this can turn around. So then everyone who then goes to your website, they go, oh, great. Well, this is beautiful. Looks really, really good. Like, I normally wouldn't go into this, but your navigation is very broken as well. We got to fix that. Again, if you look at the way we do it here, you shop by category or activity or age or brand. Yours is kind of lots of different things going on there. So we'd fix that anyway for you. But you can see the process. I'm just going, this is why we do the things that we do, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, and it's the same if we go to any of the product pages. Like, so give me your best selling product. Like this looks like a nice like what's a good product that I should look at?
Well, bedhead hats would be our #1 seller.
Bedhead hats. Okay, so like search function doesn't work properly. It's kind of in the wrong location. So all of these things are not things that you wouldn't know as a non-web developer, right? So this is what people who watch this later, at some point you got to go, do I want to learn how to figure out how to do web dev? And I go, you'll never figure out how to do it to the standard that you need to do it to get it to a 7-figure business. Most people do not have the capability to do that. So unfortunately, it's as painful as you got to go, you got to pay someone to fix it, right? So
yeah, it's the turbo or whatever it was that I used.
Yeah. So bed, head, what is it? Hats.
Yep.
So one of these cool things. All right, great. So same things again, if I go to your collection page, no reviews, no breadcrumbs, no social proof, price is the wrong size, add the cart button's in the wrong spot, it's the wrong location, there's no shipping information, there's no photos of kids, there's 200 other things that are missing from this homepage that's still also going to stop it from converting. However, if you got us to build it and build out like what a product page should look like, it would have them and you never need to worry about it again. And you go, great, now I can run ads, right? It's the same with the collection page. It's the same with your cart page, I imagine. So I'm in your cart now. I'm about to check out. This theme hasn't even offered me to add other items to my cart, right? So from what we call an average order perspective, like you'll bleed money forever. Whereas you go to these guys' website, you go to the cart, you add stuff to the cart, goes, you should buy these 3 other things. So you might have spent $2 on a click to get the person there, and you have got whatever the amount of people that you've got there, and you go, great. But every time someone checks out on their website, they come to buy one thing and they end up buying 3 things and they end up paying $200. Whereas your site, you've done the same thing and they've come and have left with 1 product. Right. So these guys can run paid ads way more effectively than you can and other people can.
Yeah. I thought there was if you scroll down, is it underneath? No. Oh, no. It might be on the actual product itself, but I couldn't work out how to make what do you call it, the referral product or whatever it is. Like, say if I had a dress and I
Yeah.
have a matching hat, I couldn't make it put that exact matching hat in. It was sort of like, to me, it was
Yeah.
time consuming and clunky to
Yeah.
do. And at the moment, we've got it set up that my husband loads the products from a spreadsheet from the brand, and he's been able to do that a lot quicker. Whereas before, I was loading each individual product one at a time. And then it's up to me to then wake them up on Shopify, because he puts them into Lightspeed for our
Yeah.
sale at the shop. And then I have to wake them up in Shopify and then make all the connections. And I'm doing that manually for each one. Like, if I could find quicker processes, I just feel like it takes me so long to do that sort of stuff.
There's $20 apps that hubby could be using called Matrixify, which you let you upload spreadsheets and you'll do it in about 10 minutes. And it does the whole process automated for you. So this is the stuff that we teach inside the eComm circle. So like, yeah, I do this process and hubby spends all weekend doing it. I go, no, use this app and do this. And this is how everyone else is doing it. And you go, bang, oh, Jesus Christ. I just like, got my life back. So coming backwards though, like the way that you want to do it is not the right way to do it. So the way that we do it is in the cart process. Like, so we wouldn't do it that way anyway. And a few other things whilst I'm on this page, this feature here, I think you're using what's called search and discovery. It's actually set up completely wrong because you shouldn't be having any of this show in here. Like,
that drives me nuts. I don't know how to get rid of it, change it, or what to do with it.
Don't worry, 99% of people have no idea how to use it, and that drives everyone nuts. I work with brands that have 40,000 products, and it's a ball ache to do it. But like once you figure out how to do it, it's phenomenal, right? So what should be happening? No one's going to come to your website and search by availability. They're going to come and they're going to go, show me stuff that is size. So size goes first, and it's simply, and again, like this has got nothing really to do with what we normally teach on the workshop, but for those people that are watching later and go, oh, I've got the same problem, I'll talk about it. Like size should go first, and then it should go color, and then it should go pattern, and then it should go size, and then like last would be availability and in stock. So it's just the way to think about it is, it hasn't been done properly at the start. It's not not a you problem that you guys have done. You just don't understand this stuff. Like, I have access to probably 200 Shopify sites that I have helped, like hundreds and hundreds of sites that I've built, and I teach them how to do this stuff. Like, and most people still don't understand how to do it that well, but there's a framework that you got to do. And again, if you fix this and you fix your product page and your collection page and your cart and all the other things that you don't know how to, game changer, right? Like you go to their website and you go, show me the bikes. You go, great. And you go, yeah, now show me the bikes that are suitable for like kids that old, right? And then go show me the brand, and then go show me the price. Like, I don't want to spend that much money. I'm a Jew and I want to spend bloody like whatever, $194. You go, great, 4 options. Feel how easy that felt though, just to do that. Do you know what I mean? So again, it's because like I spent time with Chris, and and Chris is also a bloody super smart dude anyway. And he's like, oh, what about this? What about that? And go, yeah, cool. We put it in the right order and made it work. Come here, and there you go. I love the bike. I want the pink one. Go to the product page, and we're using variants on here. So I go, oh, I can have it in a different color, and I can pick a different color. And I go, I'll have the white one. Add it to cart. And go, hey, do you want to buy all this other stuff when I'm in the cart as well? Like I already had stuff in my cart. And I'll scroll down. Do you want to buy this too? And my cart's now $200. And I check out and go, happy days. Chris has got, or Sarah, I should say, he's got to pack the order. Done. Game changer if you do this properly. All right. So the biggest thing I say is like, stop trying to figure it out yourself. Like everyone does, because if you're in the business where you have good product range and you have exceptionally good service and you have a loyal customer base and people love you and all that kind of stuff, and you have a terrible website, what happens is so many people probably come to your retail store. They might leave. They go tell their friends, right? So I walk in your store and I go, hey, I met Angel and she's lovely. What beautiful products. And they go, oh, what's her website? Right? That 50 people that she tells over the course of the year come back to this website and like, well, it doesn't really feel like what I thought Angeline would feel like. Doesn't talk how she would talk. Doesn't, you're losing all that revenue, right? So let's assume, and this is why this is so important again, let's assume that, you know, that happens to 100 people a month, like at a minimum. Do you know what I mean? 100 people. And let's assume that, and my math's terrible, Chris, you can work out this. You know, 100 people purchased, I don't know, like bloody like $65 worth of stuff. You know, you go, that's a lot of money that you could have had an extra $6,500
Yeah.
just for them, let alone the fact that all the other people that have come to your website left and gone, wasn't for me, you know. So that's why I kind of go hard on this with people and say, like, I meet people in here and go, hey, I've got 10,000 visitors a month coming to my website and I sell a product, or 10,000 visitors, and it converts at 2%. I go, man, get it to 6%. And you go, yeah, okay. I go, so let's do the maths on this. 10,000, whatever. What I say, like 6% is, you know, 160,
100?
some big crazy number. I'm like, you know, and then you times that by the average order value, which let's assume it's bloody like $200. I said, how long do you want to keep losing, like, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand a month in potential revenue just because the website doesn't work? Because you've already got people there. It would be like people walking past your retail store and the front of your store was painted black. They're not coming in, they're leaving. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
So, are you ready? Let's fix these things. So, and the same for everybody who watches this later. I talk about the same thing every single week because it's the same problem every single week. So, and I give other little bits and pieces and go, hey, fix this, blah, blah, blah. Any questions about this, anything so far? Everyone? No, all good, cool. All right, where do we go from here, Chris? Want to go back to the rest of the slides and keep powering through?
I reckon we'll finish off.
Yeah, cool. All right. So I don't want to hard sell anyone here. There's no one on this call, but like I need to hard sell. Everybody knows this is a huge problem. However, this is the lovely things people say about us. Like, you know, lots of nice things.
They're in the chat.
Oh, okay. So hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully you can see the stuff that you should be doing. Hopefully that some of you can see what you should be doing over the next 60, 90 days. Couple choices, obviously this one or this one. Now choose option one, keep going, figuring it out on your own, keep losing money every month that you could be making, keep like coming to these workshops every couple of months and going, I'm still in the same spot. Or option two is go, you know what, like it's time to do something. Like I've wasted enough of my life and time and money and like kind of like fledgling along, like just going like, you know, I'm like, hey guys, I'm over here. Like I know how to fix the stuff. I fixed it for hundreds of brands. I'm offering to fix it for you. Yes, it's going to cost money, but you know, when you're ready, this is the way to go. You have to excuse me. I've done like 6 hours of talking today already. So no hard sell here whatsoever for anybody. Like, but I would highly encourage everybody, grab a call, click the link Chris is going to do. He'll have a chat with you and go, hey, like based on, you know, what you can spend to fix some of your problems, he'll basically tell you what we can do. So we have lots of different things. As I mentioned, I have Insightful, which is the agency. Hang on, guys, give me a second. My voice is dead. Many ways that we can help you. He'll figure out the best way to help you. No hard sell, no hard quotes, nothing. Like here's what it works. Here's how it is. Here's how much it costs. Do you want to do it? I do ask a couple of things. I mean, I've sat here for an hour and I enjoy doing this. I enjoy helping people and giving tons of value. I would love it if you could give us a review. It can be text, can be a video, just say something nice so that we can put this on our website and I can watch it later. So if you don't mind, you know, Chris will put the link in here to do that as well. I guess now, if anyone has any other questions, feel free to hit me up with them while you've got me for about another 5 or 10 minutes. The other thing I will say quickly, I do think for someone like you, Logan, you will probably benefit from getting our, what I call our converter kit. So if you're a techie guy and you know how to fix stuff and you know how to build websites, just go and buy this thing.
I'll drop
so yeah. Oh, you did it already. Yeah, cool. I mean, that thing's super easy. You buy it. It's our high converting framework. You come along, you watch the training, you set it up, you get it all going, happy days. Like, and then you also get access to the eCommerce Circle community for like 8 weeks. It's a stupidly good offer.
Probably good to explain that because I think that's honestly with Angelina as well. This is probably going to be something you should look into. I know you just jumped into the Circle, which is awesome, great place to be. just
Mm.
to explain quickly why we built this thing. So
Yeah.
this is for those businesses who are in that area, like where they're more of a startup, but they have cool products and they need a website. But obviously, look, we can show you how to build a website, but a lot of the time it's going to be like our tech kind of ability that's going to slow us down. And it's kind of hard to teach around that. So what we ended up doing was, well, Paul actually just went away with the team and developed this framework. It's what we call a converter kit. It's just a fancy name, but it's basically everything we put when we build a custom website for someone. It costs around 10 grand or something like that. But like whenever we do that, it's following the same framework every single time, following all the conversion elements that Paul builds into them. So this converter kit basically takes all those conversion elements and puts it into, it's basically a template, but it's all with our custom coding for everything that we would include. So instead of worrying about having to, figure out how to code something, it's already there. For example, the H1's in the right place, the H2's in the right place, your reviews are in the right place, the trust icon area is in the right place, and everything else that Paul went through is already there. So it's just like a great in between for people who need a good website, but obviously, like, to pay us to do it is going to be maybe out of your reach.
Yeah, so let me show you some examples, right? So again, I showed you examples that we built, and like the price Chris spoke about, our website start from like 5 grand, 8 grand, 10 grand. I've made websites for 50 grand, 100 grand. But for people that go, I don't have that much money, you go, yeah, but like this thing is 2K, like, and it's 2K and you get access to our team for like 8 whole weeks. Ivan purchased it, he's been part of the community, and he like goes, there's so much more you get. So we do 14 or 12 calls or something a week. You get to go and you learn about marketing and SEO and brand strategy and Google ads and everything, right? But the biggest thing is you get the converter kit, which Chris said. So and again, it's built on a theme. Anyone can change stuff, but we make the theme way better and we apply all the elements and make your site convert way better, right? But anyone can do this. And if you get stuck, you're in private support channels with us and our team and all the other people who didn't know how to do stuff, and go, how do I fix stuff? Example though is, Chris already got it up. Yeah. So this is Karina's website, right? She's like lovely, nicest lady you ever meet. She had a crap. Not a tech person. This is her converter kit. She did all of this herself, and I reckon I gave her an hour of our time. Like, so you can see it's like not as good as Toy Box Tales, but it's still bloody good, So everything looks amazing. Everything's in the right spot. She's got her H1 and her H2, and her product pages look amazing, and all this stuff works. And you go to this page and blah, 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 and you go, fantastic, looks good. Like when I see this stuff, I'm like, mate, you did a cracker job. Well done. Like, super proud of her. Here's another one, Jacquelette's like not a web designer, obviously has a great eye for stuff, there's a H1, there's a H2. She picked her fonts. She's got beautiful photos. She's done her brand strategy, so you also get the brand strategy course. So there's like a 3-hour course. You do the brand strategy, you get access to this thing, and you do it. You get to know how to do all this stuff yourself, so she come up with all this stuff, nailed it. She purchased this in November. She's just been chipping away at it. And she get, on Saturday night, she goes, hey mate, like, we're mates now. She goes, I'm going live. I'm publishing in it. I'm like, she goes, I'm nervous. I go, no, you've done an awesome job. Well done. So again, like, looks fantastic. Same as this one. This is Anna, Anna knows not, like, she's not a techie person, but she's come along, she's come to the call, she's asked questions, she's figured it out, she's in the community, like, and like, she's got a nice website now, so, and then when she's ready, and then when she's crushing it, she can come along and be like, hey guys, like, can you make it better? Well, like, we've had a few people come along, buy this thing, and they get a bit through it, and they're like, oh yeah, in a couple of months, like, I'm making more money now. Can you just do the whole thing for me and do it how you do it? I go, yeah, we can, because you're using the same framework and same concept that we use, but for now, this is fine. So this is just 3, and they're all ladies, like, honestly, like, probably similar age bracket to yourself, 21, 22, probably not technical and so forth. Yeah, and probably like, no, like yourself, but this is what they've done, right? So, and then for those of you that are technical, like, Logan, for example, or like, whoever, like, you'll blast through this thing. Like, it'd be a game changer. You'll never build such a website again, ever. Right? Makes sense. So that thing, if you want to, like, what you need to do, grab that, buy that, get it done. We add you to the circle, and then we go, hey, come check out this thing. Here's a calendar. Like, you get access to all this stuff. Like, hey, we do all of these calls in the circle. There's 2 calls a day. Come to what you can come, don't come to what you can't. Go to the recordings and watch the recordings. You get to go to like a brand call with Chris and go, hey, Chris, I've got some questions. You get to go to an SEO call, ask questions. I want to go to the Crow, like the website call and ask me questions. Like everything is covered, right? So, and then at the end of the 8 weeks, you go, I just want to stay. You go, cool. Like here's how much it costs to stay. Simple as that. It's not a hostage situation. It's like a stay and keep building your business, right? So are you in this yet, Melissa? Are you in like the 90 set? Like, we've got the Connect program yet? You should be.
I'm not yet.
You're not yet. All right. We need to get in. Like we have I launched an offer on Sunday night that's called eCommerce Circle Connect. It's like $97 a month. All you get access to is just the calls. You don't get this converter framework and stuff. But $97 a month to come to all these calls, which probably cost me like 10 grand a month to run, like paying the coaches, and you guys get to come for $97 a month and learn from all of these people and sit in the community with 157 other people. Like,
I've been working through your checklist.
Oh, okay. Get this, honest, like game changer. You need this. It's good that you're going through that. This is where you need to be. It's where everyone should be. So, and this is the first step, right? Because people start in something like this, and then they, at some point, join our inner circle program, which is much more expensive, much more thorough, much faster. It's where the big brands want to hang around and really turn around things quickly. So, I think I've covered everything off that I can possibly cover off on this call. Who's keen to do something? A few people are still sitting here.
That link there. Cool.
Right, cool. Well, on that note, thank you for hanging out with us, ladies and gents, and Ivan and Justin and everyone else. And so, hope to see you guys in the circle. Hope to see you guys doing something in here. Again, if you can leave us a review, that'd be amazing. Tell your friends about our workshop for next time. Feel free to come again. But I've enjoyed hanging out with you all and look forward to seeing you inside the circle soon. All right. Thanks so much. See you. Bye.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.